Hey everyone, it's me. I'm trying something new today, and I just want to make sure that this is actually working. So if you hear any type of reverberation or whatever, we'll go from there. But I just want to make sure that I can actually hear and see myself. Okay, looks like it should be good. I can hear myself on Twitch, so that should be good. And I'm now also live on Facebook. Now, something that I'm attempting to do, I'm actually fiddling with Restream a little bit. So we're going to be seeing how that goes. Rocket, no one cares. No, they don't. No. Rocket is complaining because he wants different cat food. Well, I'll be putting in a new order for cat food for him soon, but he'll have to live for now. That's all I can say. But yeah, so I should be live on Facebook, which I'm going to take another quick peek on there and just make sure. But yeah, no, it should be good. There's always a chance of a little bit of reverberation, but I don't really care. So, yeah, now I see myself. Hey, and I actually have like captions showing and crap, so that's kind of cool. That's neat. Okay. Let's edit the audience. Okay, so I set that to public as well. That should be neat. I like it. All right, so that's going on. As I said, I'm testing Restream for right now for a month. I wanted to give it a try and to see how it works. I have it integrated in some ways with my Restream stuff, no, with my OBS. So that should be allowing me to do crap, which will be great. And I got an annoying kitten over here. And the other annoying kitten's coming in. The actual kitten. But yeah, so let's see what we got here. I was going to do a little bit of work on the piece from Friday. I was going to do a bit more like shading and stuff like that and give it some rendering. I might do some inking. I haven't really decided yet. But I mean, I got my quills. I can always do quills. One of the reasons why I tried to do this is this way is I wanted to see how effectively handling all the chats in one place would be, where I could like click on them and highlight things and kind of go from there. So we're gonna tie the hair back. Yep. Also, I'm not wearing the headphones right now because I want to try it without them and see how other things are going. But yeah, so this is basically me goofing off with Restream and going from there. If somebody wants to put something into the chat, that'd be great so I can see how things are showing up. In theory, I should see everything. Right now, I know that there is a Botrix has joined, which is one of the things I use for modding. So that's here. It actually links everything through to my other software to monitor all my streams. So, which isn't that big of a deal. And let's actually flip over to arting. All right, so we get the arting stuff right here, and we will see what happens. Yeah, so I have everything going through OBS still for handling like everything on the back end, so I can switch around between things pretty easy. And I'm using my my Stream Deck to pull things, and so I can try stuff. Because I've noticed a few things that are a little annoying when I try to do them on Restream. Like if I have some of my little videos in there, they don't play really well. So I figured, hey, I'll try that. This will also let me bring guests on again. So that's something I'm kind of thinking about. But I figure doing a few hours of work each week at the studio and the bookstore, I can probably afford a tad bit of Restream or something. I said, I want to try it for a month, see how it goes. And then I'll go from there. But yeah, so if everybody can hear me okay, if people are able to see things, that would be really great. Just going to give a quick check in other places to make sure the stream's going. Definitely looks like it's going on this. The other thing that I find kind of handy about this is I don't have to whatchamacallit, I have to like create like a temporary basically a stream to say I'm going to go live with YouTube, so it actually properly gets it and uses it when I actually do go live. So yeah, let's just take a quick peek. Okay, that's looking good. Oh, Glenn. Yeah, I was tired. I woke up around 1:30 at my time. So, but yes, I'm trying to stream now. But hey, Glenn, it's always good to see you. And I'm definitely a lightweight when it comes to that. But yeah, I did way too much yesterday. I worked at the bookstore I'm affiliated with for 7 hours, and then I went and saw a movie and hung out with a friend for a little bit after said movie, and then I fell asleep and I woke up and back to bed. Yeah, this wasn't going. I really wanted to be on the stream today. But yeah, I'm definitely a lightweight. I still don't really like her nose. I was trying to go with a little bit of a Kia Samia influence to the nose, but yeah, it's just not me, I don't think. Yep. Allison's a lightweight. She is. Because MS sucks. Had a great time. Yeah, I'll definitely try to be there next week. Don't worry. That's the stream on Sundays is important to me. I like streaming there, so I like hanging out with you guys a lot. I get to be the token girl. So and randomly interject science into the stream, which I do on this one too. All right, so I got my K2 SO mostly shaded into the point I like it. I didn't really want to overdo the rendering on him. I think it's pretty good. I might actually go in and kind of add a little bit more depth to some of his bits, servos and things, gears. Rocket. Of course, Rocket is at the other end of my apartment/room, meowing at me. I'm not coming over there. I can't remember if that's like a hole or actually something on him. Okay. Comics, science, women. How could it go wrong? Oh, I'm pretty sure I can make it go wrong. Hey, Sasha. How you doing? I'm pretty sure we can find a way to make it go wrong, Glenn. Pretty sure. We can always find a way. All right. Yeah, I think I'm mostly satisfied with K2. Fill that in a little bit more. As May is winding down, I'll go back to drawing things other than Star Wars in the near future, probably. No guarantees. Rocket. Okay, fine. Come here. Yes, you. I got you. I got you. Alrighty. Okay, so we have to have mandatory or inventory kitty cam. Hey, Pat. How's it going? I'm holding up okay. As I said, I overdid it yesterday, but it is what it is. I had fun. I saw Thunderbolts actually, which was pretty good. I enjoyed it. And I actually enjoyed the depiction of the Sentry, which I've always been kind of iffy on the character. So. But I actually enjoyed him. I think they did a decent job with him. Oh, nice. This is definitely important to me. So yeah, the walk in Plymouth for the MS Society today has topped 90K, and they set the goal for 106K. That's fantastic. It's definitely something I support. Oh yeah, I also hopefully will have I might be able to stream to TikTok in the near future. I did some applying to it on Friday because I thought basically any idiot could stream to it. Apparently, I was wrong. They have to screen the idiot first, so I had to go through and fill out an application. What was it? So I filled out the application. It then said I had to fill out my profile on the app and reapply. So I did that. So maybe I'll be able to stream to TikTok in the near future, but who knows? We'll see what happens. David Harbour is your favorite Santa Claus? Yeah, he is a great Santa Claus. I'll definitely agree with that. It's so relaxing to watch you work. This is my safe space. Oh, I'm flattered by that. Thank you. I actually have something else I was doodling on that the other day. I started. Actually, I did a little bit of work on last night too. But Friday night was something I was doodling on while watching. Friday night. Yeah, I think it was Friday night. I was doodling something. I don't remember. It was in the recent past. It was Thursday night. Either way, I was doodling something out the other day that I'm going to show people. MS Society has been around since 1946. That's incredible. I mean, they still don't know a ton about what causes MS. There's thoughts, but they're not like solid. I did hear there's a new test medicine that's out for MS that I'm trying to get my doctor or neurologist to get a trial for that I can try that will actually allow me to potentially get some of what I've lost back. So that interests me, obviously, because I've lost so much of my mobility. I'd really love to be able to do martial arts again. Granted, I couldn't afford to do martial arts right now, but I'd like to do them again. Just like practice on my own easily without falling over. Gives a new meaning to drunken style, which I did study a little bit of. I took a course in it, a seminar course. I did that for a few different styles to do things on, like weekends things. Or week-long boot camps, as they called them. Did a little bit of Jeet Kune Do that way. It's a drunken style, some Tang Soo Do. and a few others. I took some. I stayed under Dr. Sotis for a bit. Some of his boot camps. He was quite good. Rocket, stop complaining. He's not going to stop complaining. Yeah, David Harbour in Thunderbolts was amazing. I was a little surprised with one of the things they did in the movie. I won't really talk about it, but I was definitely surprised at something that happened very early on in the movie. I was like, oh, didn't see that coming. Kind of weird for me too, because I usually can pick up on certain things in movies. Like I figured out the Sixth Sense relatively early on in it, stuff like that. But this just hit me right out of the blue. It was like, oh, wasn't expecting that. But hey, it's all good. Again, I don't really want to over render these, but I do like having a good solid pencil rendering before I go to ink on anything. I just enjoy it more. I mean, with the manga I'm working on, I don't render this much on it. I save my rendering when I ink. But yeah, and I'm probably going to have to switch to working solely digital on that because of just the nature of doing what might turn out to be a monthly book. And there's no way I'm going to have the energy to do it all traditionally, scan everything, and then like clean it up and send it out if it turns out to be a monthly book. Yeah, Julianne Moore. Yeah, they picked her off really early in that. That also kind of surprised me. I was definitely, yeah. Children of Men was a good movie though. It's a really good movie. I saw. I want to say Michael Douglas was in it. I don't really remember the movie that much, but it was an action movie, Executive Orders, and like Steven Seagal was listed as like a prominent actor in it, and they killed him off like in the first 20 minutes. And I was just like, oh, okay then. Not that I was really complaining, but I was just like, oh, that happened. I'm hoping to get out for the next Boston Comics Roundtable get together. I think they were talking sometime in June. Sasha, I know Sasha messaged me something about it last night. The actor didn't take the hint and retire. Yeah, it's probably yeah. I think he's still making movies too. Washed up '90s, late '80s, early '90s action star. Usually I put a little arrow on my piece of paper telling me where the hell the light source is, but I didn't here for some reason. I'm trying to just maintain what I was doing with my shading of J2. I kind of pictured it a little bit coming from here. Granted, I definitely don't always pay super close attention to the... No, they're fighting. Okay. I heard noises. Kittens are fighting. They're having a little tussle. I look at the light source as a little bit of a guide, not a strict rule. I said I did model her lightsaber hilt a little bit after her katana's hilt. Gave it a minor cross guard. Because lightsabers generally don't have cross guards, but you know, Kylo's did. And he had the two beams coming out of the side like the lightsaber claymore. And technically, the light from the saber would be pushing back a little bit too. So let's see. The back view of her belt, I have it. So this is like her obi kind of is over it, like a the belt that you would wear with a kimono, and it ties like into a bow slash. Sometimes it's like a folded in the back a certain way, which is what I was kind of thinking with this when I designed it. The back view, the belt portion of it here actually forms kind of like the bow or the connection in the back of how they set it. And I'm thinking she has a weapon stowed in there as well, which women would sometimes carry a tanto and have it in there, which is basically a knife. I was thinking she has like a vibro knife or something in there. I debated like a mini lightsaber blade, but I can't see a kyber crystal being used like that. Kaiju. He's making noises in the other room. He's doing a "I'm sad kitty," which, you know, he's not, but he's just trying to get attention. You gotta get another stream going with Ian at some point. I love streaming with him. It's great that Buster Keaton short films from a century ago are on YouTube. On YouTube, physical media, they're gold, and that's very true. Yeah, no, Buster Keaton stuff is incredible. I was actually looking into getting the first season of the Fleischer Popeyes on physical media because I have digital versions of them, and I kind of wanted to get the Blu-rays of them if they have them. Fritz Lang's Metropolis for someone wanting to create a futuristic atmosphere. Yo, Metropolis is amazing. That is just a awesome, awesome movie. I also highly recommend watching Kadoshiro Otomo's take on it, where he basically took Tezuka's version that he was working on and finished it. It's very, very interesting, very beautiful. I have that in physical media. I have that in DVD. Actually, I have Metropolis on Blu-ray. They're definitely kind of ahead of their time with a lot of that. They did some amazing works with miniatures and things. Fritz Lang was incredible. Now I'm gonna have to go and watch that again. I also just got all 4 seasons of Fargo for $20. I was very happy with that. Cinematic Abomination is out this year about Popeye. Now that he's in Popeye. Yeah, there's a few of them. Popeye the Slayer Man, and there's a couple others. Yep. Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, I have no interest in it. I mean, it's like the Winnie the Pooh ones. I don't care. Wish I was. Yeah, I kind of wish it was a joke too, but it is what it is. But yeah, the Fleischer cartoons are great. Because the first one is only got 3 episodes in it. It's got Alibaba episode. It's got the Aladdin episode, and it's got one other one. I think it has the Greek myth ones. I can't remember. I have to look. The Fleischer Studios are just amazing. And the voice of Olive Oil was the same person who voiced Betty Boop. Okay, now I gotta know. As I launch my phone. That's the 60s one. Oh, you know what? I actually have an easier way probably of doing this one. Let's hit that first. Okay, so it's Popeye the Sailor. There were 109 cartoons total. Okay, so Popeye meets Alibaba's 40 Thieves, Aladdin His Wonderful Lamp, and Popeye meets Sinbad the Sailor. That was it. Which I think, thinking about it, um, the Aladdin one's probably the weakest, and that's saying something because it's still really good. I should probably do some sketching of Popeye. I always like Popeye. Tinsel Theater was great. Yeah, Seeger's stuff was amazing. And it's funny because Popeye didn't show up for like the late in the like he wasn't originally one of the characters. It was all about the oil family. And he was like a one-off character that sailed them off to I think deal with the sea hag. Inspired me to write. Can't wait till I can't look at the screen anymore. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. I understand. Trust me, I got it. Isn't there a pop comic now by Randy? I'm not sure. There could be. I do know there is a comic that recently came out of Popeye. My friend Rob did a cover for it, and it was amazing. Mr. Sketchcraft himself. Hold on 1 second, guys. He's right by the door. Give me 1 second. Be right back. I got him. I got him.
I shouldn't abuse him verbally, but he's a little shit.
He's a little shit. I can call him that.
Are you streaming?
I am.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, don't worry about it. It's just, friends basically watching me render out this piece more. So nothing big.
Thursday,
Mm-hmm.
we decide you want to go. We have to probably have to leave immediately after you get out of work because it's actually at 6:30.
Yeah, no, I can do that. Also, I can always close up a little early too if it's not busy.
Just I'm not. I've never been to Dighton. I don't know how. My phone says like 50 miles for whatever. It doesn't look. I don't know.
Do you want to pick me up at the mall?
Well, if you're willing. That means having to, unless you have John drive you over. That means leaving your car there.
No, I don't care about that. Just when we come back, you just drop me there and I drive home.
All right, as long as you think you can do that.
It should be fine. As long as I get a decent night's sleep beforehand, it should be good.
All right. It should be interesting.
Yeah. You got plans today?
To actually go get something to eat because I haven't eaten yet.
I know that feeling.
So I actually don't feel that hungry right now, but it's.
Yeah, I need to get something to eat at some point myself. Just haven't figured out what yet. I have some pasta, but not a lot left.
Just did not want to get up.
I can respect that. I was supposed to do a live stream this morning with my friends Randy and Glenn and all that, and
Indie comic.
yeah, and basically we were doing more of Al Williamson's Star Wars stuff, and I couldn't get out of bed.
Okay. No, I'm not letting you out.
It may have had something to do with him waking me up.
Dancing on your head?
Just running around, and he had the zoomies at 4 a.m.
Yeah, of course you did.
That, and I overdid it yesterday.
Fair.
I'm not complaining because I had a lot of fun, but I overdid it yesterday.
Thunderbolts.
Yeah, Thunderbolts is good. I said I was very surprised at something that they did early on that I don't want to talk about on stream because spoilers.
Remind me to bring this. I gotta bring that vacuum back up if you're not using it.
Oh yeah, take it.
Not right now. I'm gonna go get showered.
Oh yeah.
Try to looking human again.
Well, let me know where you're going out to eat.
I'm just gonna go get calzone.
Oh, okay.
Wait for me to let him out.
Oh yeah, he wants out. He also wanted out at 4 in the morning.
Yeah, he always wants out.
I debated letting him out at 4 in the morning.
Thank you for not.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Jeff's out anyhow, but I still gotta let him out.
No, I don't know when Jeff's coming back.
At least I think Jeff's out.
No, I heard a car leave.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, just because the TV isn't playing, maybe reading one of his books or something.
Yeah, I was pretty sure I heard a car leave.
Really?
So you can hear my kitten. He wants to escape.
I'm not letting him out.
That's an escape.
Okay, come here. To convince you.
Little squirmy. Ah! Ugh.
No, I want out. I don't want up. I want out. And since you have him, I'm leaving.
Yep, I have him on my mug.
I'll show before you leave.
Okay. Yeah. Let me. Never mind. I'll deal with it later. All right, he's trying to get down. Okay. Ha! He was unable to escape. Back listening. Love the art. I appreciate that. Yes, listen in. No real worries. Kind of glance when you can. And that was my brother Jeremy. He was keeping me posted on what's going on. Your cat's in heat. Well, that's not fun. And Jeremy is in the show. Yeah, so if I colored this right now, this area would be lit up a bit by the lightsaber glow. And so I would do a baseline color and then go over it with basically a highlight color for the lightsaber. And this is the clip right here for the lightsaber, which I actually have one of the lightsaber clips, so I kind of know what it looks like. In the prequel trilogies, they literally just bought a bunch of cell phone connectors and hooked them onto the lightsaber hilts thing. They could click them. Okay. Yeah, I didn't want to usually when I'm streaming on Twitch and stuff like that, I have it set so I can have music playing while I'm live streaming. didn't want to do that today since I was testing Restream, and I wasn't sure how it would handle how I separate all the audio. So I didn't do that. Nope, wasn't a cat. Thought I heard a cat playing with something. Well, I didn't. So it looks like I'll be adding some more D&D stuff to my repertoire for running things in the near future. Be doing a couple more libraries want to hire me, so I'll be adding hopefully another game or two. I wish I could find my my 0.9 pencil, but Kaiju knocked it on the floor and it's gone forever. It'll show up. Just gotta move some stuff around and probably find it. Actually, let's get the leg a little bit more. I kind of wish I went to PAX this year, just because I haven't been to PAX in a while, but it's really not conducive to me getting there and stuff like that. Parking and everything kind of sucks, and public transportation is very difficult for me to take nowadays. And this is me using the Wally Wood old adage of when in doubt, black it out. Which I actually first heard from Frank Miller, but that doesn't surprise me. I found Wally Wood later. I mean, Wally Wood was an amazing artist. And I could see myself setting this a little bit as an area where I would potentially use some whiteout to add some highlights to it if I ink it. Gotta get the point going. So Jeremy was talking to me about we're going to be going to a thing down in Dighton about the Bridgewater Triangle, which is a lecture or something from someone who wrote a book about it down there, which sounded fascinating. Bridgewater Triangle is a local legend in New England, particularly it's in Massachusetts. It centers around Bridgewater, Massachusetts. It's supposedly a hotspot of crazy, weird activity that is usually explained by people drunk and high. But hey, there has been like weird sightings and stuff like that. Like there's been Sasquatch sightings. There's been UFOs, stuff like that. I think there was even a dinosaur sighting at one point. I'm not positive on that one, but it's been a while since I've read some of the stuff on it. The infamous 44 Ghost, Route 44 Ghost, which I've done some comics about, um, haunts that area. And there's a few other things down there. There's Dighton Rock, which is it's interesting. It's in the Hockomock Swamp, which Hockomock is Wampanoag for Place of Spirits. Wampanoag didn't like going there. In fact, I think they were Pudgewudgie. I'm probably butchering the pronunciation of this. Pudgewudgies. So Native American uh, nature spirit. And I believe they've had sightings of those in the Hockomock as well. But Dighton Rock is interesting. It's covered in like ruins or something kind of thing, and they say something. People don't know what. And Hockomock isn't like a place you really want to go cruising around in. Has like a lot of quicksand and other problems in there. And now I will admit, when I was younger, I thought quicksand was going to be a lot more dangerous part of my life, but rather avoid it. Also, me going into the Hockomock Swamp now, that's pretty much asking to die. When I was actively ghost hunting, I would drive up and down 44 a lot looking for the ghost. Never saw it. Probably for the best that way. There's a lot of things I can do with this. Okay, so that's what the overlays are. Okay, good. I think I redrew this hand a bunch of times too. Trying not to create a tangent with K2's body over Orin here. Actually, technically be a KX because he's not K2 because K2S7, K2-7S, something like that. Unfortunately, I just know him as K2. But some Star Wars fan, I can't remember. Rogue One's Jedi's full 4-digit coding. K2 works. Actually. I did love Andy Tudyk's voice for K2, though. He was absolutely amazing. Especially when he had that line towards the end of it. It's like, I'll be with you, Jin Orso. Cassian told me to say that. Cassian told me I had to. That was it. Do you know what the odds are that she may use that on us? It's high. Gotta do something with the boots as well at some point, but get back to those. Let's do a little bit of T7. Actually, he'd be a TX series. I think I was loosely calling him T3. I like the old Republic astromech. They look neat. I said, this is part of my Star Wars visions. Don't want to create a tangent on that. I do want her hand to kind of stand out a little bit more. I figure the this will be darker because the head's over it. So I debated on putting was it a BB series in here for a droid, but I said nah. I want to use the TX one, the TX series. I like BB-8. And it's funny. One of the things I find kind of amusing about The Force Awakens is Poe is actually supposed to die in it. The some of the original treatments, he died on Jakku when they crashed, but they changed that probably because they had Oscar Isaac, and they're like, we're not wasting Oscar Isaac for like a bit role where he gets killed. Unless the character is supposed to be more of like just a spy. And then BB was going to basically turn out to be Rey's droid, Rey and Finn. Mostly Rey's. It's going to be Rey's R2, which in the first film basically is. I like BB-8. I think I said that already. When I eventually go to ink this, if I end up inking it, I'll probably be adding more cross-hatching and things. Hey Mike, how's it going? I'm actually testing out I'm testing out Restream right now, seeing how everything works. This is making me want to play the Old Republic game. Yes, Restream can do everything that StreamYard can do pretty much. But so I basically signed up for a month to give it a try and see how it is, because I can stream. I don't have to worry about using my connection to upload and send everything to three different, multiple different sites with OBS. So I can conserve and basically use Restream's resources to send out multi-streams. It's kind of like they also have a thing, if I want to truly just use Restream's as relay through Restream, which I can set up to do it. I'm just using their client right now, but if I want to set up OBS and actually send everything through Restream, I can do that too, and I can actually stream to even more places. So I can try to get TikTok going in a few other places. Okay. Basically, I don't want to sap all the internet from me streaming. Granted, I generally stream when I'm the only one home, but I also wanted to get access to some of the features that just make my life a little bit easier. I'll decide after a month, because it's like $20. So it's not for a year, it's like 16. Yeah, basically, StreamYard's way too expensive. And I just didn't want to deal with it. That was weird. You must have forgot something. And the other thing I want to see is, as I said, when I set it up to actually use OBS to send everything just to a Restream and then send everything out from there, I want to see how it kind of looks. Like, does it take into account my audio settings I have set up in OBS, since I split up all the audio? Because if it does, that'd be pretty cool. Oops. And I had to reapply to sign up on TikTok. I had to fill out a bunch of stuff on the app, not on the website. Couldn't do it through the website. Had to do it through the app. And reapply. Yeah, but Restream is the is also what Ian uses. Actually, I told him about it because it was cheaper than StreamYard. Okay, sounds like he's leaving for real now. Maybe. Okay, now he's leaving. How many channels do I want to stream to besides YouTube and Twitch? No, I said I want to do TikTok, and currently I'm also doing Facebook. Restream lets you use 3 at a time on the basic plan. Um, if you're using their web interface, and if you're using something like OBS, you can use 5, just sending everything through Restream. Then you can also, with OBS, send it to other places if you wanted to through, like, again, that program like ATM that I use, that plugin. And I do want to add TikTok. I looked into possibly doing Jump as well, but I'm not gonna bother. And what I will do is I will probably try to find a 5th place to stream to. Hell, maybe I'll make a Nebula account and stream to there. No, you have to have a plan to do 5 places. Yeah, you need to have a plan. It doesn't have to be. It's basically just a beginner plan to stream to 5 places, but you have to do it through OBS. Through the website, you can only do 3 at the basic level plan. But the free plan, I think you can stream to 1 place, maybe 2. I don't know. Basically, one of the reasons I signed up for is I wanted to use the OBS interface, but and see how it works. But yeah. So yeah, no, it wouldn't be able to sort the audio the way I wanted to if Twitch isn't my primary place I'm sending to. Okay. No big deal. the major reason why I want to try Restream is basic resource management. That if I'm sending everything just to one place and then it's sending off from there, that is using less resources on my end. Figured out how many more pages to go in the book. Excellent, excellent. $11 to $16. Excellent. Actually, I think you messaged me that last night when I was in the midst of like falling asleep, so I didn't respond. But that was really good. I had a long day. It was a good day. It was a long day. And this is another point that if I go to ink this, I'd probably add a little bit of a swatch of white right there. Use some white out to give it a little bit of a striping. Hour and 20 on this one already. Not bad. One thing I will say is I can see how long I'm streaming a little bit easier using the Restream thing. Thinking something else I should do at some point probably is use some Babylon 5 stuff. I just love Babylon 5. I don't think it gets enough love. Yeah, that could be fun. I know when we get closer to Superman and the Fantastic Four, I will probably be doing some stuff with them. Because I mean, I'm really looking forward to both those movies. Superman looks really good. The new trailer that dropped looked incredible. Actually, it's not the same lead, but it'll probably work fine. I remember watching Jim Lee's streams from a few years ago when he was drawing the thousandth issue of Superman, and the amount of detail he put into his pages was just insane as a penciler. I mean, he had Scott Williams inking, so I guess that kind of made sense. I mean, arguably probably one of the best inkers in the business. But the detail level just blew my mind. It's so cool. That's why I always like doing really tight pencils. Don't really have to worry about staying in lines on this because I am filling all that with black. The other thing that I'm kind of curious about with Restream, can I stream to multiple channels on the same platform? That might bear a little bit of investigation. Yeah, I don't like this lead as much as the one I was drawing with. I really got to find that 9, my 0.9 pencil. Yeah, the softer lead is better. This. That's one thing I know with StreamYard that you can do. You can stream to multiple um, multiple channels in the same platform. So that's something I need to look into. If I can add like another YouTube, I think I could. Not like a YouTube per se, but actually, another YouTube could be good. No, I could probably put my art streams back on Indie Comics Network if that was the case, because I'd be doing it, not them. Yeah, I have to talk to Nita about that. Yeah, yeah. Didn't realize they were having a potluck there. at the studio that I'm affiliated with, Studio and Bookstore, doing a potluck. That's pretty cool. Somebody's having a cookout. I just got a whiff of cheeseburgers. You couldn't hear me? What about indie comics? So something that I was thinking about is if I can stream to the same platform to multiple channels, maybe I could stream to the Indie Comics Network again and actually have my art streams on there too. That's something I'd have to talk to Nita about. Because that's something you can do with StreamYard is you can send to, if you want to send it to multiple YouTube stations, you can. Yeah, I might have been speaking a bit too softly when I first said that, so. Which I'm known for. Actually, the other thing that might be fun to do some fan art for would be V, the original TV miniseries from the 1980s. V and V the Final Battle. I love V. Final Battle was interesting, but I really kind of wish they went with Kenneth Johnson. They kept with Kenneth Johnson. Um, the ending was kind of hokey. More than a little hokey. Deus Ex Starchild. The half alien, half human magical girl. I'll admit the concept of having the two species and all that, basically having a child that was half visitor was kind of cool, but the giving the girl superpowers is kind of dumb. I also really mind that she aged up quicker. Is kind of like, yeah, okay, fine. So she's aging faster. Big deal. Yeah, no, I didn't care for the Star Child ending at all. So yeah, that was half visitor is fine. But yeah, I completely agree. I'm not into the superpowers. The part with it, it's like that was kind of lame, and it went against a lot of what they were doing with the series to begin with. So I mean, it was relatively grounded science fiction. I mean, relatively, given that you had a bunch of bipedal aliens coming here that were actually lizards in disguise that came to steal one of the most common elements in the universe from us and also snack on us. I mean, that was kind of dumb. But Kenneth Johnson was trying to do an adaptation of It Can't Happen Here. And needless to say, um, whatever channel broadcast is like, nobody's going to believe that. Oh yeah, I know the full-on series, the 19-episode series that they did. That was dumb. I mean, they didn't even have the reverb with the visitors' voices anymore in it. That was just lame. Like the only episodes that were of any good of that featured Ham Tyler, and that's it. The rest of the show was just god awful. Even then, when I say that the best episodes, they're not good. But the first miniseries I think is the best. The second miniseries, I love the first part. And the second part's interesting. It has a kind of a cool showdown that they do at like this whole dam thing where they're stealing the water and everything, where they blow it up, and that was kind of cool. But and when the when the character Robin gives birth to the two alien infants, that was neat. But the third part just really kind of stunk. And the other thing I can do with Restream that I can a bit easier is I can have people on it, so I can have guests on easier. I mean, I can set up OBS to do it, to having guests on and stuff like that. But again, I'm a bit worried about resource management and stuff. So but yeah, I like Kenneth Johnson's V. It was a really fun series growing up. I was a little kid when I was like in second grade when the second part came out, and I loved it as a kid. But yeah, later on seeing it, it's like, well, the Star Child stuff's done. Deus Ex, Star Child, Star Child, Machina, maybe, I don't know. I'd have to think about how to actually be Star Child X Machina. I think that's the Latin for it. I don't know. I haven't done Latin since I was in high school, so. Although I did pick out that they did something wrong in a movie that I like. It's a movie series I'm a big fan of. It's the Hell House LLC series, and um, there's a recurring element that starts to show up in the second one, where they find a writings on a wall that say um, "Est para porta," and it should be, was it Esta est porta would be the proper way of doing it. I'm trying to remember if I'm getting it right, but basically means the way is open, or the door is open, the portal is open, that type of thing. But I remember seeing that going, that's not grammatically correct. But it's a good series, so I don't care that badly. That being said, I am a sucker for found footage films, and they are found footage. They're my guilty pleasure. The first Hell House is really good. So the second and third are okay. The fourth one that they did, which is a quasi sequel / prequel, is also kind of neat. And they have the fifth one coming out this year, which is going to be the last Hell House for a while. They want to go and do other stuff, which I applaud them for. But hey, I'm winding down Star Wars month soon. I think I only got one more weekend of streaming Star Wars stuff. I probably won't be streaming on Memorial Day. There's a chance, but I'm not going to hold my breath that I'm going to stream on Memorial Day. I'm going to see about streaming tomorrow. It will depend if I'm going to be seeing my mom or not, or potentially hanging out with my bestie Marie. So that will kind of see what happens and kind of go from there. I'm definitely winding down things now. It's on to an hour and 45 minutes, and done some decent rendering, I think, on this. I mean, I'm just going to end up nickeling it and diming it, so. I will show a little bit of the other thing that I was doodling, which I was definitely inspired by the Muppets. Classic Muppets. Yeah, I got to technically do something with her shoes and things, but yeah, it doesn't matter that much. Reducing the pages in Clip Studio on Macs is weird. I'll take your word for it. I've only ever done it on a Mac, so I haven't reduced any pages on a PC version of it. But I mean, I have it running on my Mobile Studio Pro, but I usually do all my editing and all that with it elsewhere. If I'm doing anything like that, I do that all on the Mac, and then I re-upload it to the cloud and download it. Also, I'm going to need to get something to eat soon. I haven't really eaten anything today. I think I had a couple of Pop-Tarts, but that's about it. And I need, like, real food. Well, let me delete more than one page, and it does not rearrange the pages to a smaller amount until I have the other pages and close the font. That's weird. No, it doesn't do that. I can just delete the pages out. Okay. I think I'm mostly done with this for now. I might do a little bit more rendering, but not much more. I've rendered the hell out of it. But yeah, it's fun. But I did want to show one of the goofy things I was working on. This sketching the other day. It's my Muppets inspired piece. Let me look closely. There's a couple of eyes in the back there. So that was a little fun thing that I was just doodling the other day. And on that. All right. I think I'm going to be ending the stream in a moment. Just if I could get everybody, if they could, the typical stuff of all right, and back to me here. Well, let's put our hair down. There, we can put our hair down. We did some good work. Let our hair down. All right, that off. All right, guys. Well, I'd like to thank everybody for coming. I had a great time, and it was kind of fun to try this out on Restream. And I said I got it for a month, so no music to that outro. Weird. I'm not worried about it right now. As long as you can hear me, that's all I really care about. But anyway, I will talk with you all later. Everybody have a great night and day and whatever it is. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.